Hello students, welcome back again to our The Way Private School video lessons, and this is our English weekly plan. We will only cover 3 days starting this week, 26, 28 and 30th of April 2020. Okay, please be guided with the homeworks that you have to accomplish for this week. And this is now our video 7 for English for grade 7, and our reference is student's book, pages 127 to 129. And we have the topics in this video. We have quantifiers, present perfect tense, across cultures, for the reading text, festive fruit, about festivals, and vocabulary. So the objectives is for you to be able to use quantifiers correctly and then form present perfect tense in sentences, and read for comprehension and use new vocabulary words in sentences correctly. Now we are on page 127, which is the quantifiers. We were talking about food and how do we measure them, how do we count them. So we have quantifiers. Now you are asked to fill in the gaps on this. Activity 8, not any or lots of, very few or a little. So when we say quantifiers, these are how we say the quantity of food, okay, by countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So there are two kinds. Countable nouns are nouns we can count. So like we say 1 onion or 2 onions. We can count from by our fingers or from by numbers. So the uncountable nouns are nouns that we cannot count. Actually, this food comes by grains or powder or liquid, okay, like milk or sugar, coffee. Now here, I eat a lot of tomatoes. Okay, how many tomatoes do you eat? So I eat too many tomatoes, or I eat more than I need. So a lot of or lots of. And then we have some. I eat some tomatoes, and then I eat a few tomatoes, or not many, or you say very few tomatoes. Now I drink a lot of apple juice. How much apple juice do you drink? Is it too much or more than you need, or a lot of apple juice, lots of apple juice, or some, or a little apple juice, or not any, not much, I don't drink that much to say, or I drink very little. Then we have here now, okay, fill in a or an or some. So then mark the nouns as C countable or U uncountable. For example, in number 1, we say some bread, so it is uncountable. When you use the some, even if the nouns are countable, but if you use some, meaning it's uncountable. And then we say a tomato, it's countable. A means 1 tomato. And then number 3, some milk. And then number 4, an egg. It is countable, of course. We have an onion, countable. Some garlic, uncountable, but we can say a garlic. We can also say some onion. And then number 7, or some onions. Number 7, some pasta and a pepper. Countable. When you say some pepper, it will be uncountable. So here in number 10, choose the correct word. This is a conversation, and it says, let's make a list of what we need from the supermarket. So good idea. We need some bread and a few tomatoes. And then how many eggs are there in the fridge? Yes, there are a lot of eggs, but there isn't much cheese. Okay, how much milk have we got? Only very little, and we don't have any butter. Okay, we'll get some butter then. Are you ready to go? So those are examples. Now we go now to our grammar, which is the present perfect. Now when do we use present perfect? There are so many tenses, but what is the difference? Okay, how does present perfect tense differ from other tenses? So we use the perfect tense for personal experiences or changes she's been to France, or has lots, or he's lost for 2 kilos. Sorry about that. He's lost 2 kilos. So meaning these are changes. And then also for actions which happen at an unstated time, the time is not mentioned, okay, which happened in the past, like John has left. So definitely John left, but there's no time indicated. And also for actions which started in the past and continue until now, like we've been here since 2001, meaning they started staying in that place since 2001 and until now they are there. So there are 3 forms of perfect tense, present perfect tense. We have affirmative, like I have cooked dinner, or you have cooked dinner, or we say he has drunk the milk. And the negative, there is not. We say, instead of have not, we say they haven't laid the table. He, she, it hasn't slept. Okay, and then interrogative means questions. Have you ordered, or have we ordered? And then another has it eaten, has he eaten? Okay, the time expressions that we use for present perfect are already, or for, since, just, yet, ever or never, this month, week, year, etc. So this is also on page grammar 8 of your student's book. Please try to check. Now, we have already learned about past participle forms of verbs. So when we use present perfect tense, we use the past participle. Okay, like for the simple take, we say past simple, it's took. Okay, and past participle taken, like eat, ate, eaten. Okay, and then now here we have more examples. I have provided you some for positive, negative, and questions. Like, for example, I have been. So this is positive. How do you make it negative? I haven't. Sorry, I have seen. And then I haven't seen. And then the question is, have I seen? So these are the equivalent. These are the positive phrases. And then here negative, and here are questions based on this. Now, in number 12, write the past participles. Okay, so there you go. And say do, it means done, drink, drunk, see, seen, eat, eaten, give, given, leave, left. Okay, left is used also for past simple. Number 13, number 13 activity, put the verbs in brackets into the present perfect. For example, have you ordered yet? Okay, and number 2, Mom has cooked dinner. I'm thirsty. I haven't drunk anything. Number 4, have you ever eaten a lobster? And then number 5, I haven't seen Lucy today. Okay, so number 14, which of these have you done today? Instead of speaking or telling someone, you can write it in the notebook. For activity 14, answer. Make lunch, eat cheese, drink milk, bake a cake, or cook dinner. Okay, then, or you can write it here down on your student's book as a short sentence. Just to give one example for activity 14. So there you go, notebook writing activity. Now, we are now on page 128. This is now across culture. It's a reading about fruit festivals. Look at the pictures, and which shows people stamping on grapes, and a parade of floats, and a strawberry queen, a watermelon, or eating competition. But before we go to the next slide where the pictures are, I would like you to watch first a video on how people are having fun when they do festival, okay, or a certain festival. Now here, fabulous, fruity event, and the rest of the words, some may not be familiar to you, so please check these words in a dictionary. So here we go. I will play for you the video to see. So this is the biggest melon festival. They call it Chinchilla, which is held every 2 years in Australia. It's not annually. It is biennially, it says. So they do skiing, and then they use the watermelon, okay, to do the skiing race. Melon skiing, they call it. And about 6 tons of best quality melons would be eaten. It is also a competition. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people who's doing the celebration. So thousands of people join in this unique festival. What about you? When you reach Australia, you can join them if it's time for celebrating this exciting festival. So Chinchilla is known as the melon capital of Australia. The melon festival is held biennially, meaning every 2 years. Now, this is now the festive fruit reading. Okay, we have 2. This is the Lebanon Strawberry Festival. We have the Town Grape Festival and Chinchilla Water Festival. And on the previous page, on the reading activity 1, you are asked to match. Okay, so in activity 1, this is the answer. A, parade of floats and strawberry queen. Letter B, people stamping on grapes. And C, watermelon eating competition. Okay, what do people do? Okay, what do people do? People do parades, okay, in festivals and funfair with rides as well, competitions, race, and food eating, and others. Okay, so here you are asked to read the test in the Strawberry Festival. You can see a record-breaking cake is the answer here. So I'm going to use a highlighter, so it is cake. People in Town celebrate the Grape Festival in memory of a past event. Okay, and then number 3, the Watermelon Festival is an annual event or has only a few competitions or is a great fun. It is a great fun for everyone. Okay. Now, next we have number 4. Which of these festivals take place every year? Please, this is a notebook activity. Read and answer activity 4. And then in number 3, vocabulary. Okay, we watched an amazing parade. So the answer here is parade. Okay, this is the answer in number 1. In number 2, he likes strawberries with whipped cream. And then in number 3, children enjoy going on in the fun fair rides. Okay, number 5, his sister was the strawberry queen in the beauty contest last year. Number 6, of the competition was the parade of the streets, meaning the highlight. Okay, then number 4, he took part in the competition. This is number 4. Competition is number 4 and won first prize. And then here in number 6, here are the equivalent or the synonyms of the vocabulary words: full of, rich in, and the rest. Okay, now here in speaking, you are asked to compare, contrast the 3 festivals. So you can do this. This is an example Okay, in the writing, you also do